This is a Gibson F5 mandolin signed. This one's signed inside here. I don't know if you can get a shot into the F hole.
So it's signed by who? What?
Bill Monroe. It's signed by the father of bluegrass, Bill Monroe.
Sweet.
There you can get a shot of his name on it right there. That's Bill Monroe, and there is his picture up on the wall behind me there. Gibson made 200 of these as a commemorative thing to Bill Monroe. This one was
That particular style or model or?
This is a replica of Bill Monroe's own mandolin, which is now worth over $1 million, $1.25 million. And can you get a look at the picture of him up here? Because yeah, I've got a nicer picture if you really want to get a good picture of Bill and his mandolin. Probably a better picture of his mandolin. Anyway, as I was saying, so Gibson decided in about 1993, I believe it was. Let me see if I can pick out the date in here. This is August 23rd, 1993. This one was done. And it was signed by Phil Board, it looks like, or Brugg. Anyway, and they made 200. 100 of them they made in a lacquer finish, and 100 they made in the more traditional varnish finish. The lacquer finish ones were not popular at all, just sort of fell by the wayside. The varnish finish ones became, in fact I believe they don't advertise this, but I think they made more of them in varnish than the original 100 they were going to do. This one is they're all numbered. And this one is number, I should make sure I get the number right. I think I know what the number is, but I want to make sure I got it right. 101 of 200, that's what it says. And all of the people who have played this mandolin, including Bill Monroe himself, thought that this was the best one of these commemorative mandolins that was ever made.
What, 101?
Yeah.
That one right, this
one. Right here, this one. Because
he played it?
Bill Monroe played it, yeah. Oh. There was a gentleman working for Gibson named Charlie Derrington, who has since died in a terrible motorcycle crash. He was hit by a drunk driver on a rainy night in Nashville. But Charlie Derrington was a very fine mandolin engineer, and he supervised the making of this particular mandolin and told the guys specifically how to do the bracing underneath here. I met Charlie one time several years later after I had this mandolin. In fact, I bought it from Charlie Derrington, and because he was in that business too at one time. And I said, this is the best one of them all, and he says, see, that's because they did the bracing the way I told them to. So he was very proud of it. But anyway, so he and another gentleman by the name of Butch Baldassari, and there was a third man whose name escapes me. The three of them were trying every one of these mandolins that were coming off of the production line. And when this number 101 came up, Charlie Derrington called me and he said, you better get down here to Nashville. He said, we've got the one for you, the best one. So Charlie kept this under his desk from that day until I managed to drive down to Nashville and picked up this mandolin for me. This one likes G minor. I don't know if you can catch that, but it'll keep ringing. There's a Bill Monroe tune that he wrote in G minor. I think it's called Kentucky Mandolin. He didn't write it for this mandolin. But he wrote it for his, which was the original one that this one is copied from. See, something they say about instruments, these kind of instruments, is that they get better with age, and the wood from vibrating, the pores in the wood break down, and so they vibrate better than a new piece of wood if it's an aged in a mandolin or in an instrument. And there are many musicians who will stand their instrument in a music stand near a speaker. Acoustic speaker playing music with the belief that it's vibrating all day long, day and night, and that all that vibrating is helping improve the tone.
Neat.
Yeah. See, if a mandolin is well known amongst people who know their instruments, you found an expensive mandolin like a Lloyd Loar in a case in an attic that's been there for 100 years, or it wouldn't be broke in. Even if it's 100 years old, if it hasn't been played, it will just be like a new mandolin. It'd still be a wonderful find. I wouldn't turn it down. A good Lloyd Loar now will bring over $100,000. That's a mandolin built that looks exactly like this. Only they were built in the 20s by Gibson. And Lloyd Loar was the name of an engineer, an acoustic engineer that supervised the building of quite a few mandolins that Gibson made, including the one that Bill Monroe played all of his life. And we'll come to a picture of it, other than that picture.
Yeah, and here's Bill right here.
No, that's...
Oh, that's not Bill. Sorry. Hey, Bill.